Stephen King's 2013 novel Dr. Sleep is a horror suspense novel. It picks up in the distant aftermath of the tragic events that take place at the Overlook Hotel, taking place in the same chronology and world as his most well-known book, The Shining. Danny Torrance, the son of the prequel's chaotic and mad protagonist, Jack, suffers with lingering memories of the hotel, while Wendy, his mother, heals from the wounds she received while assisting them in their escape. The spirits of the Overlook's room 217 continue to pursue Danny, hoping to drain his psychic power, which they refer to as the Gleaming. The Overlook's chef becomes Danny's mentor, teaching him how to use his mind to shut out spirits, particularly that of the menacing antagonist, Horace Derwent, who was previously the hotel's owner. The novel was a huge success, thanks in part to its reenactment of The Shining's core cast and story themes in a modern setting. The novel begins several decades after The Shining's end. Danny, now Dan, has taken on many of his father's psychological qualities, particularly his fondness for drink and antagonistic inclinations. He becomes a sort of nomad, roaming the United States. He arrives at Fraser, New Hampshire, a little town. There, he vows to stop his destructive drinking and accepts numerous jobs, first at a local tourist attraction and later at a hospice care center. He joins the local Alcoholics Anonymous organization to help him overcome his long-standing alcohol addiction. Dan recognizes the resurgence of his psychic skills, which he had suppressed since infancy, when he sobers up. He befriends a cat that can sense when a patient is on the verge of death and stays by their side till they die. They work together to care for hospice patients. Dan earns the moniker, Dr. Sleep, because of his ability to help the dying. Meanwhile, the plot diverges down a distinct but connected path of a young girl named Abra Stone. Abra possesses psychic abilities from infancy, foreshadowing the September 11, 2001 events in New York. She gradually establishes telepathic contact with Dan. She grows older, and her powers become stronger, until she makes a deliberate connection with Dan, at which point her powers begin to outnumber his. She witnesses a sect called the True Knot, many of whom had the Shining murder a little boy in a terrifying moment of psychic insight. They are vagabonds who tour the United States habitually murdering people with the powers in order to ingest an essence known as steam, which is only emitted when the victims are in excruciating pain. Rose the Hat, the True Knot's leader, discovers Abra and plots to take her hostage indefinitely in order to feed off her rage. When members of the True Knot become ill with the measles, they believe Abra's steam will cure them. Abra, who is aware of their plot, asks Dan for assistance. Dan has a meeting with her father, David, and Dr. John Dalton. Their hostility and astonishment fades when they learn Abra and Dan are similar. Dan's friend Billy Freeman assists them in thwarting Rose the Hat's attack, which kills her associates, including her life partner, Crow Daddy. Dan runs to her dying great-grandmother Conchetta, fearing retaliation against Abra. Conchetta tells psychically that he is Abra's mother's half-brother. Dan absorbs Conchetta's steam as she walks away. Rose's obsession with Abra causes her to lose many of her followers, making her more desperate than ever. Rose devises another scheme to kidnap Abra, but Abra and Dan foil it. Abra entices Rose to the former location of the Overlook Hotel in the Colorado Mountains, where the True Knot currently lives. There, Billy and Dan ambush Rose's gang. Dan kills the members by giving them the sick steam left behind by Conchetta. He calls Horace Derwent's lingering spirit, who kills Silent Saray and engages in a psychic combat with Rose the Hat. Billy and Dan, with the help of Jack Torrance's spirit, hurl Rose from a cliff, where she perishes among the crags. Before allowing his spirit to return to the afterlife, Dan reconciles with Jack. Several years after the fight in Colorado, the narrative comes to a close. Dan attends Abra's 15th birthday party, now in his 15th year of sobriety. He forewarns her of the vices that have afflicted their family in the past, most notably drunkenness and violence. Dan rushes away to help a dying patient, and she tentatively accepts after Dan warns her not to repeat them. Dr. Sleep's conclusion symbolizes a break in the cycle of trauma that plagued the series' characters, giving rise to its demonic spirits as its newest lead takes charge of her life.